Hi, Lily Quay here. How are you? Okay, so today I'm giving a quick tutorial. Let me see if I have my volume up. Okay, I'm giving a quick tutorial regarding how to put a facing onto a garment. Okay, so I'm making this shirt. This is the back of the shirt, back side. And the neckline in the back, or the part of the neckline in the back, is kind of round. And then I have the facing. So I attach it in a way that makes it sit exactly on the neckline. It's right side to right side. That's how it sits. And I'm pinning it on. Okay. Make sure it's well aligned. Okay, and now I'm going to move to the machine. Let me see if I can, does it allow me to check to the rear, Okay, so I guess I'm trying to bring it. All right, so I'm just going to stitch that round space. I have my machine here. It looks like I can't get it to look at the machine. I'm using my tablet, and if it doesn't, I'll just stitch it and show it to you. Okay, so this is my stitching. Okay, stitch round. And there's another thing to do called understitch. But before we do the understitch, generally the understitch is you trying to put the seam allowance. This is the seam allowance. You're sewing the seam allowance onto the facing. Okay, we're attaching the seam allowance onto the facing like that. Okay, and stitching it on. Now, sometimes, not sometimes, most times, and with most fabrics, it's hard to get it to sit quietly on the facing. So with snips, when I say sit quietly, it's just, I mean sit perfectly on it. So I'm snipping or putting in a few clip-ins, okay, to force the material. This is a crepe material, very beautiful material. Okay, and then this is how the understitch is done. A lot of times people confuse it, where to put the seam allowance. You don't put the seam allowance on the actual garment. You turn the seam allowance to sit on the facing. Okay, facing attaches right side to right side. Then seam allowance sits on the facing. And then next thing is you stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from the original seam line and force this seam allowance to be attached to the facing. And that's what I'm going to do at 1/8 of an inch. Okay. I'll show it to you in a second. Okay. I don't know why I can't turn my tablet to look at the stitching. If it's still taut or a little hard to turn, you can clip even more. All right. So this is it. If you can see, that second line is the understitch. Now, that makes a huge difference. It allows the facing to lay flat and nice on the wrong side. If you look at the right side, it's almost like you ironed and it's hidden, but only because you did understitch. Okay, so this is understitch. Thank you for watching and try it.